What's up, everybody? It's Scooter from Scooter's Game Vault, and today we have Army of the Dead, a Zombicide game. This is my first time hearing about this game. I'm honestly kind of embarrassed about that because I have known every Zombicide game except for this one. And it's, if you know the movie Army of the Dead, it is pretty much based off that, which I think is really cool because I love that movie. It's one of my favorite Zed movies. And the fact that they made a Zombicide based off of it is really cool. It comes with 12 survivors, a bunch of zombies. The abominations are, the main baddies in Army of the Dead. So there's Zeus, the alpha zombie, his queen, the undead panther, Valentine. But yeah, the mechanics in this game are different. There are some new things in here, like sleeper zones, which are zones that you'll have a token in there, and it's where they're shamblers, which shamblers are zombies, and they're sleeping. So you almost have to play stealthy with some of these things, because if you make too much noise in one of those zones, you flip the token over and you see how many zombies will spawn. There's a new gun mechanic in this, so you have your normal dice you roll, and then you have ammo dice that you roll. And if any of those two ammo dice roll a no ammo sign, your gun is now out of ammo and you have to flip it over, and you can't use that gun anymore until you find a new item card that gives you ammo. So this game's kind of hard. I like the mechanics. It sounds really cool. It looks really cool. I really like the tiles and the boards and just how the cards look. It's very Las Vegas like. Another thing that's really hard is the abominations. They have 6 HP, so they're a lot more terrifying in this. And some of the zombies are pretty terrifying too. But I'm really excited because I've never had a more modern version of Zombicide. I've always done the fantasy and medieval ones. So having one that's closer to maybe 2nd edition, I think, is really cool. So I'm definitely excited to check this out, and I will see you guys in the unboxing. Okay, right off the bat, Army of the Dead, the box art is gorgeous. They even have a more fancy looking letters on the box. They're shiny, they feel better. It just looks like it has very, very good quality. The box art is beautiful. They're breaking out of the vault, getting the cash, killing some zombies, and getting ready to run and escape before the nuke goes off. I just spoiled the whole movie if anyone's not seen it. But let's get into this. The cool thing about this is it's just a one box. There's not 5 trillion different expansions, 500 different zombies, 500 different characters. They all are in here. Everything is in here, which for once it's kind of a breath of fresh air for a CMON game, because most of their games come with so many different things. So I'm kind of happy that's just one box, because I was kind of getting exhausted of that. But your classic Zombicide rulebook, very thorough, very nice and detailed. There's a couple new things in here with your ammo. So the ammo symbol, this thing, letting you know that your weapon can go out of ammo. So it's no longer I'm reloading as an action. It's my gun is out of ammo, I might be screwed here. And then another thing is the sleepers. So the zombies, sleeping, they're hibernating, and there's specific zones. The missions will tell you, but if you make noise, you do anything that makes noise, you flip the tile and it spawns zombies. So that's a pretty new, cool mechanic. And I feel like that makes it a more stealthy and horror-y aspect of it, because it's oh, I got a couple of zombies chasing after me, and now I gotta try and get through here without waking up some more. So I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, normal Zombicide books got the game round summary in the back. But this is what's scary. The abominations have so much HP, but everyone gets XP when you kill it. So that's really cool. Only thing that's different with this is the missions. Missions are not in the book. they did not put the missions in the rulebook, which is weird to me. The missions are separate in this confidential missions log. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like they should have just put the missions in the rulebook. Like, there's no really difference of not having it in there versus it, except for, the aesthetic of having, feeling like you're hitmen being hired to take out zombies and be, hitmen with your missions. But, oh well, it kind of gives, like, lore to each mission, which is kind of cool. There's 10 missions, so quite the variety, which is really nice. To tell you the duration, how difficult it is, and I like how it gives like a backstory, like a lore. One other mechanic that I forgot that was new in this is personal objectives. So you have your mission objectives. It tells you what our objectives is, but then there's the personal objectives, where each player gets a card that gives them an objective, and they have to complete that objective. And the only way to win the game is if you complete your personal objectives and the main mission objective, which is a very new, unique take. Definitely adds more cooperation, because everyone's gonna be like, okay, did you complete your personal objective? Someone will be like, oh, I still gotta kill a couple more zombies before I finish mine, or I gotta do this. So it really adds a new value to it. Okay, so right here we have the tiles and the tokens. Here are, that's an abomination. That's Zeus. Then we have the spawning zones, I believe. Why is numbered 1? Let's see what mission 1 tells us what to do. Oh, interesting. We have a tile out here. There's a spawn. I'm assuming that's the alpha spawn. It says 1 spawn, and then all the sleepers. Interesting. Oh, there's a spawn up there. Huh. Wow, this layout is very interesting. A lot of sleepers. This is going to be really cool, actually. So is this the vault? And we break into there, and there's zombies in there. Interesting. Well, this would be cool. But I'm assuming these are all zombie spawns. These are the sleeper tokens, and so it tells you how many sleepers are going to spawn. You flip it, and then you have the exit tile. These are really cool. Let's see. Let me open the rule book so I can see what all of these are. We got more sleeper tiles. We got the taco truck, elevator. Then these are objectives, so those are all objective tokens. These are doors, noise token, first player token. Cool. And here are all the tiles for the game. Oh, cool. We got different sides on both, which is really nice. That's really cool. Remember, this is in Vegas, so everything's going to be really... Oh, get to the chopper! Really cool. And, like, colorful, because, Vegas is crazy and colorful. But these are all really nice tiles. Oh, this one's crazy. We got the gambling machines and dead bodies laying everywhere. More gambling machines. Looks like hotel bedrooms, so that's kind of cool. We got pool tables, so I'm assuming it's like blackjack. Maybe it's just pool. Outside. That looks like a pool. That looks like a fountain. This looks like a vault. So this looks like the vault. It's outside. This looks like the vault that we break into almost. Cool. Here are the character tiles, which are really, really cool. Very bright pink color, so that's a very different style than most Zombicide colors are, but very Vegas-like colors. We got our tracker tokens. We've got our dice, and so here is these two are the ammo dice. So if you roll this, if one of these gets rolled, even if this is a success, your gun runs out of ammo. So that's pretty crazy. We got our character bases. And we got all our characters. Let's see, because we get 12 different characters in this game, which is the most I think I've ever seen in a base game of Zombicide. So we got Bert Cummings. That gives a nice description of what they're able to do, tells you what their keywords are and everything like that. Oh, doesn't need to roll a dice when leaving a zone with sleepers. That's really nice. Wow. We got Chambers, Lee, Tanaka, Mikey, Lily, Martin, Marine Peters, Kate Word, Vander Rowe, Maria Cruz, Ludwig Dieter, and Scott Ward. So, a lot of characters for this game. Then we got the zombie cards, an abomination card. Let's see, so spawn 4 shamblers, Zeus orders. Oh, interesting. So Zeus will spawn zombies, which is kind of cool. Oh, so that section that had the Zeus symbol means when I draw his thing, they spawn there, I'm assuming. Gears and bolts, mechanics. Once per challenge, change 1 die to any value. Interesting. And then we got the Queen, so she's an abomination. Valentine, that's the cat abomination. The alphas are scary, so they're like runners, but also just really powerful walkers. The shamblers are just like 8 of them, just really weak zombies. Here are the personal objectives. Taco truck, and here are the items. A lot of weapons. This is the only way you can kill abominations. Wait, only 3 damage? Wait, what? But some of the abominations have like 4. So this game's gonna be really scary. This game's gonna be really hard. There's Zeus. Wow, yeah, this game's gonna be really hard, I think. That's gonna be cool. So we got Scott Ward here. We got Bert Cummings right here. Chambers, let's see, we got Chambers. So this is Chambers. It'd be nice to paint these. There's there's not many of them, so it makes it more wanting to paint. There's Billy Tanaka with his katana. We got Mikey. We got, this looks like, no, that's not Lily. This is Lily. We got Lily. Where is he? We got Martin. If you know anything about this movie, we hate Martin. We hate this guy. Here's Marina Peters. Here's Kate Ward. This is the guy, Vander Rowe. Giant just chainsaw. Does he start with that? Equipment set 1, ring saw. and revolver. That's cool that everyone gets an equipment set. They like start with those weapons, I think. Maria Cruz. Let's see. Is this her? This looks like Maria Cruz. And then finally we got Ludwig Dieter. He's cool. I like Ludwig in the game, in the movie, I mean. Okay, so now we got Shamblers. So these are all like the walker dudes. So there's a bunch of different variants of them. This is Elvis. Because you know, it's Vegas, so you got Elvis impersonators. That looks like a casino guy. This is just a shirtless zombie. Looks like a baker almost. Or a waiter. Looks like a bride. And then we got one more row of zombies under. So here are more Shamblers. There's like a dancer. And the last Shambler. And then we have the Alphas. So these guys are like runners mixed with brutes, which is actually kind of horrifying because brutes are hard to kill right off the bat in the game. And if I have a brute chasing me, that's just terrifying. And then we have our abominations. So we have Zeus and his horse. So Zeus is pretty crazy looking. Then there's normal Zeus without his mount. So there's three forms of Zeus. There's the helmeted Zeus, which you can't do any damage to him whatsoever. Then there's normal Zeus, which you can do damage to. And then there's the horse riding Zeus. So there's three different variants of him, which is pretty cool. And then we have the Queen. He's pretty scary. And finally we have Valentine, which is just an undead tiger. Very cool. And yeah, that is Army of the Dead. I'm really excited to play this game. I love Zombicide, as you guys know at this channel. So I am very excited to play new Zombicide with new mechanics, and it just seems a lot harder. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a more shorter video. You know, there's not 100 expansions. But I will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.